lounging, son.
Welcome back to the Comic Lounge. My name's Ryan.
And I'm Manny.
We're talking more Lobo. This time we're talking the Authority Lobo Spring Break Massacre. This book's fucking insane. Before we get into it, though, I just want to remind everybody, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Check out some of the dope content. Over 750 videos on the channel. And there's a good amount of Lobo on the channel, too, if Lobo's your thing. Let's talk this crazy book. I mean, Heath Giffen's on plot. Alan Grant's on the script. Simon Bisley is on pencils. Henry Flint, who I'm not familiar with, is on inks. This is probably one of the wildest Lobo books you're going to read. It's fucking crazy. It has ties to a previous Lobo one-shot, the Paramilitary Christmas Special, which you'll see as we get into it. But we open up, we're on the Authority's ship, the Carrier, which is, travels through the bleed. If you're not familiar with the bleed, it's like the in-between, the multiverse. And we see everybody's asleep, some like weird shit going on. And we see Midnighter wake up and he had a fucking nightmare.
I like that he's sleeping with his mask.
So we got Apollo knocked out, Jenny Quantum over there passed out with her little stuffed rabbit, and Midnighter wakes up. She's like, and he wakes up. She never put him back. So this also ties into a book that I don't think I've read, which is the first Authority Lobo crossover, which I believe is a Christmas one. And basically what he's talking about is Jenny never put Lobo back where he belongs. She never sent him back. He said, even Apollo's like, you got us all up to talk about that maniac? And she's even like, come on, I was just a kid. What the fuck do you want from me, dude? Everything was supposed to be put back the way it should be. Look at this, the North Pole, those tortured wretches. Think, did you put Lobo back? No. That's what he wakes up from. Midnighter looks fucking insane, too. Bisley, This is a little bit of a different Bisley than I'm used to seeing, too. And it's probably because of him being inked by somebody else. I feel like normally he inks himself.
There's some great pages in here, though, that we're coming up to.
Oh, yeah. They basically have to find him because it's their responsibility. Like, I haven't read that other part, so I don't know exactly how it ended. And you don't have to have read that to read this. I kind of want to go back and get it now.
Me too.
And they're talking about, he left Into the Bleed. He could be in any one of billions of alternate realities. Did you keep the book, Jenny? Do you still have it? And she's all sad. No, I lost it. What book are they talking about? No kid suffers a trauma you did and walks away clean. Somewhere in your mind, you have to remember it. Page for page, the whole damn tomb. And Apollo's always kind of, the good cop, bad cop, because they're basically her parents.
They're raising her. Yeah.
He's like, just leave her the fuck alone. And he's like, no, she's got that book burned in her memory. We need her to tell us. He calls him a drama queen, and just like the way the spit is coming out because he's so mad. Jerk off, ass wipe. I mean, some great dialogue here, dude. We find out where is he? And Jenny's like, oh, I remember the bunny owes him money. The Easter bunny. This is all because of being set on by the Easter bunny to kill Santa. This is the wildness of this book. This is just like,
I love these pages. These 2 pages are so fucking cool.
Yeah. And she's like, I know where the Easter bunny is. It's in some weird fucking, I mean, look at this. This fucking whale is sitting there with fucking 3 blowholes, but it's like wounds. This monkey's brain is exposed. This pink elephant. It's like a fucking acid fever dream that we're looking at. Like,
yeah. It's like a nightmarish Disney World.
Yeah, dude. And so we see why this world's like that. And we see Lobo, the skin of a wolf over his head, rabbits that have been skinned, tied up, and he's questioning this one rabbit. The skin's peeled down, the tendon in the ankle is cut off. There's all these fucking, I mean, look at that. He's cooking the rabbits, dude. And he's like, basically, like, if you tell me what I need to know, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of pain.
Yeah, he's trying to find out where the Easter Bunny, because the whole idea is the Easter Bunny owes him money for hiring him to kill fucking Santa Claus.
Right. And I look at this, and he's like, I'm getting kind of full, and you guys worked through like a bad case of the Tijuana Trons. I mean, just to look at the wording and the dialogue here is absolute insanity. And to me, Simon Bisley is the preeminent Lobo artists. I don't think anybody draws Lobo as well, or at least to my liking. I think
Yeah.
Doug Mankey's is a close second, but I love Simon Bisley's Lobo. I mean, look at this. The cartooning in here is just like
Yeah.
so good.
And the line work is great. I mean, this is actually like it's a good inking job on Simon Beasley's art too, because like you said, it gives it a whole different vibe. Like this almost looks like something like there's definitely like a Mad Magazine on acid quality to it, maybe.
And you know, look at this. The fucking rabbit like doesn't know what to do. Finally, he realizes the best thing to do is just fucking lie. Just
Yeah.
give him something. And so he tells him, and I just gotta flip this around. Look at this, dude.
Dude, this
Lobo's
page is
riding a
awesome. I love this
fucking
page.
whale that has all these engines attached to it. You got like a pirate ship with the middle finger going up. He's got a pirate strapped to it, a squid attached to it. I mean, just the level of detail here is fucking crazy.
And he's fucking driving it like a fucking ship, you know?
Yeah,
Like
I mean, it's and he's like, oh man, that took longer than it should have. I always figured cute meant weak, but I guess not. Because that rabbit was willing to just go the distance, do this. I mean, just crazy, dude.
he fucking blows up the planet on the next page.
Yeah, dude. And look at that. So it says, check out the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special before the bastards ban it. Ditto Jingle Hell. So Jingle Hell is the other authority Lobo
Yeah.
book. But yeah, look at him, dude. And so he's got the rabbit. Look at that. Big weight. Big bomb. Planet Whacker 3000. And the rabbit's got this bomb in his mouth. He throws it at the planet, explodes it. Where's the map? It's written on the skin of one of the rabbits, dude, but he can't read it.
Yeah. Lobo works best when it's like demented Looney Tunes shit, dude, like this, you know?
Yeah.
Like
You almost, because you're almost not really like the vileness and the gruesomeness is kind of not, it doesn't hit the same way. Like if you were to watch like a horror movie and you saw these things, right? Because
Yeah.
it's so out there and it's so wild.
and then it's done with a heavy sense of humor.
I love that she calls him the mean clown, and it's
Yeah.
because she doesn't want to call him Lobo because she likes wolves. And then what was so bad about Easter Bunnyland? Everything. And it's like a fucking
like a
Nazi.
fucking Nazi.
Yeah, it's a Nazi fucking dictatorship on this planet. You see all these Easter eggs, these colorful Easter eggs and shit over there. They get there and like look at it. I mean, it's like basically a swastika, but repurposed. You flip and you just see them. I mean, look at that. Look at this rabbit with the bondage outfit on. Dude, just like completely
Wild shit, dude.
fascist rabbits. Give me strength, Midnighter says. And then Lobo goes to this planet called, Trade House and Pawn. And you got this fucking Siamese twins that are attached. Like their hair is so stupid. Their bodies are attached. Their heads aren't, but their hair
great,
is.
dude. It's so
Cooter and
there's so many
Deeks.
visual gags in this. Like that's another great thing about Lobo comics is like you can read them 2 or 3 times and you're gonna notice shit in the panels that you didn't before.
Yeah. And again, same thing, right? Like he's asking them to read it, and they're like, you can't hurry a pelt grading, Chief, especially not when they appear to be from cute critters, all of which qualify as endangered species and are therefore illegal. You could soon be facing criminal charges. I mean, Lobo doesn't give a shit. Just give me the fucking information that I need. And he just starts to get like mad as he grabs the counter. Cooter and Deke keep arguing with each other. First of all, some of the language in here would not fly today. Him calling him a retard.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Like there's lines later that I don't think this whole book would fly today,
Yeah, yeah, you're right. DC probably wouldn't even publish it under Black Label. And like, look at him. He just wants the information. And I like the way that they did this, where they make Lobo look like a wolf because of the shadow.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a wolf creeping on them, dude. And then they realize, like, what are we supposed to do? We got to just make something up. Like that's what everybody doesn't realize. Like Lobo, he's not an idiot, but he's easily manipulated too, right?
Yeah, because he gets pissed really easy, so it's easy to get him angry. And when he gets angry, all he cares about is fucking wrecking shit,
Yeah. And so they give him some sort of information. He goes off on his fucking whale ship. He gets his he gets his cash for all the fucking bunny pelts, but the skin the map is now more legible for him. Go to the galaxy center, make left into singular singular black hole, and the Easter Bunny's inside. They're telling him to go into a black hole because they want to get rid of his ass. Hucker up, Bunnykins. A long, slow death is coming your way.
And we got this is the doctor, that right? That's that character's name from The Authority.
Yes.
Yeah, he's fucking smoking a big ass joint.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, he's like a big drug addict.
Oh, he's a huge drug addict. He's a fucking I mean, I believe he's like before he became the doctor, he was a junkie, you know?
Yeah.
And that's like a huge part of his story, you know what I mean? This fucking land of like these people, but they have rabbit teeth and their dresses. It's just such a weird fucking book, dude. Right here, they're like, this is Jenny's Mean Clown reality. How do you know? How can you be certain? I read the book, and look, it's still a bestseller in the nonfiction chart, and they have the cover for the Lobo Paramilitary Christmas.
I love that, dude. It's like a little meta commentary there.
Yeah, because they're in a comic book store. You can see short boxes with comics like G through M, E through F, all that kind of stuff. Now you see like all these fucking rabbit soldiers, like just like guns drawn on them. The Easter Bunny is a master of stealth technology. How do you think he got through centuries of home invasions undetected? It's just so crazy, dude, you know? And then they basically are going to now manipulate, like, we got news of Lobo. They're like, oh shit, okay, Lobo, not Lobo. So they're going to get taken to the Easter Bunny. Before we get there, we see Lobo get to the black hole, and the way he's like ripped apart here.
Yeah, dude, it's so dope.
This is what I really love. Is the Easter Bunny's name tag says Eastman.
I love that too.
Kevin Eastman. And he's got like these fucking hookers on the side of him.
There's definitely like an underground comics vibe to this too, like, you know, like Von Baudet and all this stuff from like Zap Comics. Like,
yeah, it's wild, dude. It's just a very wild comic book.
And this was like wild when DC acquired WildStorm. Like, this was like a big release, you know. Like at the time, this was I can't see the price point on here, maybe on the back, but like, was not a cheap. It was $4.99 over 15 years ago, easily, right? So like this was a big release at the time.
This is like, I liked when they kept the WildStorm stuff separate. I don't like that they integrated it into the DC universe. I think it kind of lessens the characters because then you just kind of relegate them to like, especially, I don't know. The most recent Wildcat series, I don't want to say I didn't like it. I think they should have just kept the concept the way it was, kept it separate. They should have just kept it its own universe, you know,
like its own reality.
Yeah, I think it just works better that way when you try to like integrate it into Gotham and all that stuff, and like they have a history with the DC characters. It just, they're better on their own because you can't do this stuff in DC proper with Authority. You just can't.
No,
or anything, the Wildcat stuff,
I mean, hell, James Gunn is bringing in the Authority in his Superman movie, so they're really bringing it in hard now.
Yeah. Like that, this guy that's like reading off, bringer of joy and violence in equal measure, the rabbit who launched 1,000 ships, the rabbit voted most likely to succeed by his high school class. Enough already. Boom, blows his fucking head off. Talking about other authority that he's taken out, the bleed spits them out with alarming frequency. Now, before I dispose of you, what news of Lobo? And they basically say that Lobo sent them here to make sure that he has his money. And why didn't Lobo come? Oh, he's got a groin pull. She just like spits right at him. Then they basically manipulate the Easter Bunny to take them to the treasure trove, and then they proceed to start destroying it.
Just like the amount of violence and drug use and shit in this book is outrageous.
The commander rabbit, it gets his head ripped off by Midnighter. I love when Lobo comes into in here, and it looks like he gets like shot out of like an asshole almost, and rolls over, and he's all compressed, and the only thing that's popping out is his fucking cigar,
which he's been smoking the entire time,
Yeah. And look, the Easter Bunny doesn't have your cap. Boom, wakes him up immediately, dude. Look at the fucking...
Dude, this drawing is sick. Look at all the veins and shit, bro. Like,
is that a space whale? And you just see the whales all small, but Lobo's fucking larger than life coming back to...
Yeah, just the rendering and the line work on this is amazing.
Yeah. No, it's fucking dope.
I'd love to see what the raw pencils of this look like.
Oh, I'm sure they're crazy, dude, for sure. Oh, man. And then he just proceeds to fucking destroy everything. I mean, look how Hulk-like he looks. Like, the way his feet are drawn kind of remind me of, like, the way Sam Keith drew Max.
I like the engineer's fucking bolt nipples here on the bottom.
Look, they're gonna kill two birds with one stone. That Nazi rabbit's gotta go.
Dude, and then like I mean this shit, look at that.
this.
As molten lava and brain cell soup improbably erupt from his skull, the main man vents his wrathful rage in a spine-chilling challenge. All right, you wascally rabbits, come out and frag and fight. I love that.
I know, it's so good. Just destroys everything, dude. The squish of like the bodies being fucking trampled.
Yeah, man, that's how like when I said Looney Tunes, that's I think a very conscious effort on their part because there's references to Looney Tunes in a lot of Lobo stuff.
Yeah.
It's demented. It's a demented cartoon. Like I would love to see like a hard R animated version of Lobo with this kind of style to it.
Yeah, I don't think you could do this kind of stuff live action. I mean, you could do a live action Lobo, but like to go this bonkers would have to be an animated.
It would have to be. I would love to see like a Max like on HBO Max, a Lobo cartoon, like with this kind of art style, or like maybe change it up, and just dude, demented humor, demented violence. He's fucking eating them, bro.
I hate rabbit shit. Hate it. Fragging hate it. And then he just starts like jumping around, destroying, and there's a crater in every spot that he jumps on. I mean, look at this lineup of WildStorm books too. Like they had the WildStorm Universe. You got Authority Revolution, Authority Lobo, The Intimates, Majestic, right? Then you got the WildStorm Signature. They had Astro City, City of Tomorrow, Ex Machina, Matador, Wildsiders. Then they had, America's Best comic stuff, all the, Alan Moore stuff, CMX, like you had the manga stuff. Like they had a lot of books that they were doing
they definitely
WildStorm.
Like bought a lot of properties.
Yeah, they did a lot of like licensed stuff. They did Thundercats, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what else they did, but they had a lot of great stuff that came out from WildStorm. And look, in the end,
I love this page too, man. He fucking basically takes the city and crushes it and eats it.
And then he just gets left behind. It's so crazy, dude.
And he's fucking torturing the bunny there at the end.
Yeah. Look at that, dude. The Easter Bunny's just fucked. Look at that. You've looted my national treasury. You don't need to kill me too. Never thought of that. Guess you're right, dude, but what the frag? And then he just keeps doing. Planet is fucking cratered out. And so, gentle reader, we bid farewell to our scampish heroes. Be sure to join them for their next fun-filled romp. When lawyers permitting, they'll be joined by Barbie and the Teletubbies. No, please tell me it's not the end.
Yeah.
I would love to see Lobo versus the Teletubbies and Barbie. I just picture.
Love to see Lobo in like Barbie Land, dude.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. But this is, look, every Lobo book we talk about is always insane. It's always fun. The crossovers that he does are so great. I mean, there's a Lobo Mask crossover that's dope.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. But I can't recommend this enough. Definitely want to pick up the Christmas one to see how like that one led into here. If you can find a copy of this, I would definitely recommend picking this up. Anytime you pick up a Lobo book, it's a great buy. And while you're at it, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell icon so you're notified every time a new vid drops. And on that note, we're out.